And it was last Saturday that the tweet came out about Danielle Smith's fertility and her ability to have children, and she responded with a very dignified response. And a lot of votes moved on the weekend, I feel. And I'm aware of cases where people who've been Tories for years suddenly have Danielle Smith signs on their lawn. That was a really bad weekend for the Conservatives, and they've been trying to get it back ever since. They've since been plagued by more really negative polls showing quite big Wild Rose leads everywhere except Edmonton, and they're still trying to get it back.
Do you think that tweet will be a seminal moment in this campaign?
I think it's possible that one day we might look back and say it was the moment where things really went off the rails. But who knows? I mean, we can't say. The voters will make the choice, and it's still almost 19 days away before. So things can still happen. But the PCs, I don't feel, have managed to reestablish any momentum.
As we got on to the early part of the week, we started getting announcements. This was the campaign about issues.
We started seeing the PCs go after Danielle Smith on conscience rights. They think they've got her on that one. They think it's hurtful to Wild Rose, and it was true that for that day, Danielle Smith was back on her heels a bit defending herself, and then it quickly moved on from there to healthcare with some big money announcements in healthcare, and the PCs announced their 140 clinics, family care clinics. And Danielle Smith announced that if you don't get through the waiting list in time, they'll pay for your surgery. They'll pay to have it done in a private clinic, which is quite an unusual announcement. Certainly isn't traditional Tory healthcare policy.
One other thing that we're not seeing is, especially in light that we were going to see a campaign built on the previous budget, is a lot of big dollar announcement from the Conservatives.
Well, $2.4 billion for schools. That's a lot of money that's not in the budget. They passed the budget, so it's kind of hard to run on a budget you pass because you're not promising anything. It's already there. And then the 140 clinics, family care clinics, which the doctors are really opposed to because it's too much uproar again. The costing on that seems to be about $700 million. So we're looking at $3.2 billion in unbudgeted money. And of course the PCs are blasting the Wild Rose every day for spending too much money, the Danielle dollars. That's another one that came out this week. That certainly was everybody's talker for a couple of days. The problem the PCs have, of course, is that they're the ones who've got the budget. They're the ones who people perceive as spending the money. So if there is something that sticks with all this extra money being spent, it probably sticks to them.
I'm assuming things will slow down over the Easter weekend. What do you anticipate we're going to see in the week ahead?
We're going to see flat out Bogey Woman Smith stuff from the PCs because they have now she's tops in popularity, she's tops in people's perception of leadership. Her party's way ahead. There's only one way for them to do this now. They have to take her down.
Discredit the leader.
Take down her reputation, and they'll make every effort while continuing to announce their own policies and so forth.
On Thursday, Danielle Smith said at her news conference that she expected this to get a lot nastier.
It will.